Hi everyone, this is my leveling guide for the Heartseeker Rogue in Season 4. The first thing you do, of course, is make a new character. You skip the campaign, you pick the season, and then you will start the game at World Tier 2 because it gives you more experience. And when you make a new character, you will have 10 skill points available, and you put your first one into Heartseeker, then into the upgrade to get a little bit more attack speed. And we pick Penetrating Shot because it's really good when it comes to clearing large packs of enemies. Then we pick the last upgrade for Heartseeker, so we can proc a second arrow, that's really useful. Get the damage upgrade for Penetrating Shot. And we also get improved Penetrating Shot because it gives us more crit chance when we hit 3 or more enemies. Then we put 1 point into Dash because it's really nice when it comes to repositioning ourselves. And we put another 3 points into Heartseeker. And this will be our first 10 points spent at level 1. Next point goes into Enhanced Dash for more damage. And 1 point into Concealment, of course, because it's really, really good. And we also pick the Energy upgrade. Caltrops, pick the upgrade, and we go for the Chilling Caltrops. Next point goes into Shadow Imbuement. We pick the Crit Chance upgrade and we pick the Vulnerability upgrade. Then we get this one, so we have Vulnerability on Demand, and we put 3 points into Exploit to deal more damage. 1 point into this, we don't really need it, but we want Haste, so we can move faster and in some cases also attack faster. Now, at this point, I put another 4 points into Penshot to get more damage out of it. And here I usually pick Rigid Finesse for extra damage against chilled enemies, and we can easily chill them with our Frozen Caltrops. And then we pick Precision. Later on we will use Victimize, but right now we don't have that much access to vulnerability all the time, so Precision, in my opinion, is the better choice here. 1 more point into Frigid Finesse. Then I put 3 points into Weapon Mastery, 3 into Close Damage Reduction, 3 points into Damage Reduction against damage over time. Damage reduction while you're crowd controlled is also pretty useful. And another 3 points into Malice, 1 point into the Dash upgrade, so we can reduce its cooldown a little bit more. At this point, I think 1 point into this is pretty good. The Crit Strike against Daze causes knockdown, so we finish this one after, so we can reliably knock down enemies and get more crit chance out of it. And the last 3 points I personally put into Siphoning Strikes, so we get a little bit of health back. That's it for the skill tree. Now, after spending all your skill points at level 1, the first thing we need to do is we need to get 2 important legendary aspects. One of them is Trick Shot, and you get Trick Shot in Bastion of Faith, north of Zarbinzet. And the other legendary aspect is Rapid, and you get it in the Buried Halls, which is southeast of Ketbardu. 2 other very important aspects are Moonrise, which gives you more basic attack damage, and Adaptability, which also gives you basic skill attack damage, but you can only find those from drops. So these both are also very important. Get them as soon as possible. So when it comes to items, I would usually focus on getting stuff with Dexterity or Life on it. When it comes to boots, try to look out for boots with movement speed, and also amulet. An amulet with movement speed is really helpful because you can just run around faster and kill stuff faster that way. When it comes to tampering, it depends on how high the costs will be, but let's say you can afford it, then try to focus on getting an extra Heartseeker projectile chance or extra Penetrating Shot projectile chance on your weapons. And when it comes to the rest of the gear, try to focus on a chance to freeze or daze enemies, because those 2 effects synergize really, really well with your passives in the skill tree. Another little tip, while you are on your way to the first 2 dungeons to get your first 2 legendary aspects, try to pick up as many herbs as possible, because you will need them to craft a few elixirs, which then will give you a little XP bonus while you're doing Helltides, and you will mainly level this character in Helltides. So after you've done that, you can basically join the first Helltide, finish it, and after that you will be able to craft your first few elixirs. And you should also check the Iron Wolf bounty board to get a few rewards there. And if your Whisper Tree quest bar is full, you should also get back to the Whisper Tree, of course, to get extra XP and items there. So once you reach level 15, don't forget to do your Rogue class quest to unlock your specialization. In this case, we will pick combo points because it makes our penetrating shot stronger, and that's really good while leveling. Later we will swap to Inner Sight because in Season 4 this will give us more crit chance. Now let me show you some low-level gameplay on this Eternal Realm character. It works very well already, and it will be even stronger in Season 4. Okay, after you reached World Tier 3 and you have acquired good items and you feel confident enough, you can go Penetrating Shot and replace it with a Shadow Clone Ultimate. And we also forgo Shadow Imbuement because we no longer need it, and replace it with Smoke Grenade because it gives us more damage. After speccing out of Penetrating Shot, I had some points left and I put the remaining points into Stutter Step for more movement speed, and one remaining point into Heartseeker to get it a little bit stronger. Also, don't forget to remove Precision and replace it with Victimize. So, in this footage I'm not using Concealment for whatever reason, don't do that, but I already dropped Penetrating Shot and Shadow Imbuement, because I can confidently play with Heartseeker only, and it works very well already, and from that point on it gets stronger and stronger. So this is how my Paragon board looks. I picked the first few nodes everywhere, and I socketed a chip glyph because it was available early on, and it also gives us physical damage, which we need. And the first board I pick is the Cunning Stratagem board because it gives us a lot of basic skill attack damage, which is really nice. And we will socket the Exploit glyph into this board because there's a lot of strength around it, and we really need it because it gives us vulnerability on hit, which is really great for clearing enemy packs faster. I also picked the elemental resistance nodes here because I need more resists and I currently don't have enough, so this is a temporary solution, but it's really nice. The next board I picked is Ley Runner's Instinct, simply because it has more resistances, and as a glyph I picked Devious because it gives us a bonus to magic nodes for even more resists here, and when we crowd control an enemy, we deal more damage to them, and we crowd control them all the time. And a little bit extra damage when we dodge. It doesn't do much, but it's better than nothing. Next board I picked on this character is Exploit Weakness. I got a little bit of vulnerability damage, we need that, and I temporarily socketed the control glyph into it because I want the extra damage. For reference how the full build looks, I uploaded a full Heartseeker build guide that I played during the PTR time, and once Season 4 starts I will also make a Heartseeker build, of course, and I will upgrade the guide, or I will make a new guide once I'm max level. So that's it. If you like this build or my videos or my channel, feel free to like and sub. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.